What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey guys, today is Friday, May 31st, okay? Happy Friday, happy graduation for all you guys out there who are graduating from college and high school and all that jazz. Now you're becoming adults and no one is going to care about you ever again. Except me. You guys know I got your back, okay? Let's talk about the news that's been happening for the past couple of days, okay? It's not a lot, but it's very potent. Quick reminder, if you guys don't mind, if you guys are watching the channel, you watched a few episodes and you guys like it, can you just double check to make sure you're subscribed? That would be really cool. Let's start with this one right here. You guys have all been asking me to talk about this clip right here that's been going viral. It's a kick clip. You know that's going to be bad here, where potentially an innocent bystander may have died in this situation. It's all been alluding for quite some time now, and as we keep seeing more and more dangerous things happen on Kick and Rumble, that someone's going to end up dying and is going to be really, really bad. This looks like this was almost the case. Jodo said things like this to ruin our days. It says here, news streamer Natalie Reynolds dares vulnerable women who can't swim to jump into a lake and then runs away laughing while the woman yells for help. Human scum. As Reynolds fled the scene, a fire truck was seen driving towards the lake. According to the Austin Fire Department, they had responded to an emergency at Lady Bird Lake.
Right?
No.
No. All right. You know why I wasn't going to? Because my feet were getting
You should
hot.
just jump in right now.
But I'm gonna jump in with my shoes on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Ready?
Okay, and I'm going to stop right there because I'm pretty sure if I show anything past this, I'm pretty sure, right? If I show it, YouTube is going to demonetize me for, I don't know, endangerment or things that you're not supposed to do. Like, this is the part where it's just like, dun, 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 like. What I'll show you guys is the aftermath, okay? I just played a few seconds of it, but she basically dives in head first into the water. She's kind of just floating there, and it seems kind of anticlimactic.
Thank you guys. We're gonna have you guys get off the stop. Wait, who is that?
Is that the lifeguard?
What the fuck is going on? I don't even...
I can't swim. I can only float.
Oh, she might literally die.
No, stop. Seriously, don't stop. Please, you're actually freaking me out. No, please. Please, don't. No, she's floating.
Drowning.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. She says she's drowning.
What is happening? Am I living in some dystopian freaking future? There's like some dude just sitting here with a Mickey Mouse hat on and her saying that she's freaking out with a monster drink. People are just walking around, bro. Like, what is, why is nobody saving this woman, right? Am I missing something? She's like, I could drown. Like, can you imagine out there drowning and you're sitting out there and you're like, hey, can somebody please save me? I think I might be drowning.
Oh, this is bad.
Dude, Natalie.
Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't know. She said she's drowning. She said she's drowning.
I think you literally just murdered a lady.
No, I didn't. I swear.
I think you
No,
literally.
I didn't. Let's go. Dude, she's drowning in the lake.
God, there's a fire truck. Nah, this is bad.
Natalie.
Wait, this is really bad.
So yeah, this is what content seems to be transforming. And to be honest, this isn't just like a Kick exclusive things. You'll see a lot of these wild things taking place on TikTok. It's like a new generation of people who like to bring in third parties into their content and basically figure out ways to monetize them, whether it's going to a freaking Target and telling them that their jobs are getting fired, or going up to people and telling them they're about to get arrested for terrible, heinous things and they end up getting shot. There's just this trend here where all of these people are trying to become famous by, you know, the expense of someone else who's just an innocent bystander. You and I know at home what's going to happen. Eventually, someone's going to die. It's going to happen. Whether it's someone racing out on the streets or someone doing something to F around and find out, someone's going to get shot and killed on one of these streams because, you know, people are tiptoeing around the line of people's safety. It's just a matter of time, and when it does happen, I'll let you guys know. It's going to be a wild time. All right, guys, it's here. It's finally happening. Donald Trump, okay? I know exactly what you're thinking. Omni, what does this mean? Donald Trump found guilty of 34 felonies. Everybody in the world and their mom is talking about it and trying to figure out, oh my God, that's pretty crazy. We finally have our first president of all time who has been convicted of an actual felon, who is an actual felony, and it is Donald Trump. What does this mean for the future of America? Can he still run for president? What can he do? What can he not do? Is he going to be charged? What's going to happen to all the other cases? Let me give you the quick TLDR in case you kind of know and you're missing some of the points. Let me just fill you in really fast. This article right here summarizes summarized it pretty well from NPR News, where it said former President Trump is found guilty in the historic New York criminal cases. Let me read it off to you really quickly. It's pretty good digestive information to tell you everything you need to know. Former President Donald Trump has been found guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records to influence the outcome of the 2016 presidential election. A historic verdict as Trump, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, campaigns against for the White House. This is the first time a former or sitting U.S. president has been convicted of criminal charges. On Thursday, 12 New York jurors said that unanimously agreed that Trump falsified business records to conceal $130,000 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels to influence the 2016 contest. The decision came after about a day and a half of deliberations. As the verdicts were read, Trump remained silent and still, but the former president spoke to reporters outside the courtroom, calling the trial a rigged, disgraceful trial and saying that the real verdict will be rendered on Election Day. Trump's legal team signaled it would appeal the conviction.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. But the real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. You have a Soros-backed DA, and the whole thing. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win. Because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now. From prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists. And they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
Why should voters vote for a convicted felon?
Are you going to drop out?
But as you guys can see, yes, he's focusing on a few key buzzwords, saying that it's rigged, saying that it's the fault of the Biden administration, saying that this is all a setup, saying that the real election is going to be when they vote for him to be president. So to let you guys know what happens next, the New York judge Juan Merchant set sentencing for July 11th, just 4 days before the start of the Republican National Convention. Trump faces a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison, but as a first-time white-collar offender, no prison time is necessary, and he could receive probation instead. Here it says the 34 felony counts in Trump's hush money trial. He was guilty of 1111 charges for invoices for legal services, 1111 charges for checks paid for legal services, and 12 out of 12 charges for ledger entries for legal expenses. They caught this man in the books. The accountants, okay, came and did an audit and they found the money trail. Continuing, we're halfway there. This gets even more interesting the more you look into it. It reads, the jury heard from 22 witnesses during about 4 weeks of testimony in Manhattan's criminal court. Jurors also weighed other evidence, mostly documents like phone records, invoices, and checks to Michael Cohen, Trump's once loyal fixer who paid Daniels to keep her story of an alleged affair with the former president quiet. Facts of the payments and invoices labeled as legal services were not in dispute. What prosecutors needed to prove was that Trump falsified the records in order to further another crime, in this case violating the New York election law that makes it a crime for, quote, any two or more persons to conspire to promote or prevent the election of any person to a public office by unlawful means, end quote. The jurors were able to choose whether those unlawful means were violating the Federal Election Campaign Act, falsifying tax returns, or falsifying other business records. Trump's defense focused intently on the credibility of Cohen and argued that influencing an election is not illegal. The verdict came more than a year after a grand jury indicted Trump on March 30th, 2023, marking the first time a former or sitting president faced criminal charges. Republicans dismissed the indictment as an overreach of power by Democratic District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who had brought the charges. On Thursday, following the conviction, Republican elected officials quickly rallied around Trump again. So TLDR, it seems like the fact that he paid the hush money wasn't the problem in the first place. It was the fact that he was paying the hush money in order to influence the election that turned this bad boy up into a felony charge. Now let's fast forward to the end without going into the meats and bones of everything, how this conviction could affect the 2024 election. Before even reading this, I'm pretty sure no one knows for sure. It sounds like there's probably going to be an appeal that's already going to be done by Trump and his team, but no one really knows what this is going to look like, whether he's still going to be able to run for president or not. Legally, I think he still is, but some things might happen that might take it off the books or the case. Who knows? I don't think anyone knows for sure quite yet. But it reads here, Trump has continually blasted any criminal charges he faces as election interference affecting his 2024 presidential campaign. The hush money case likely is the only one of Trump's 4 ongoing criminal cases that will be heard ahead of Election Day in November, since federal trials in Washington, D.C. and Florida, as well as the state case in Georgia, are in various stages of delay. The decision in New York is likely to have rippling effects as Trump campaigns as the presumptive Republican presidential nominee. For now, the other 54 criminal charges he faces have not turned off potential voters, and among some Republicans, the cases have bolstered support for him. However, a conviction may not play well with independent and swing voters. Now, this is absolutely wild. The latest poll from May showed that 17% of voters surveyed said they would be less likely to vote for Trump if he were convicted, but 15% said they would be more likely to vote for him. And 67% of registered voters nationally said it makes no difference to their vote if Trump is found guilty in his hush money trial. What this means essentially is that nobody cares if Trump is a criminal or not. It doesn't matter what this man does. If this man goes out and shoots someone in the head and then he gets convicted of murder, it is not changing the people's mind. He is going to be the people's criminal. I made a joke about this on the stream, bro. It's like the rap game. He's getting street cred. The fact that he's being put behind bars and incarcerated is making him even more stronger. Trump is the type of person, what he represents is if he's not snuffed out altogether, he just gets stronger. The more you attack, the more you defame, the more you hurt, the more you try to go at this man. If he's left standing, he's just going to get more notoriety and get more popular. As for public response, some of the funniest things you guys sent me here was this, where it said CNN, Trump guilty, NBC, Trump guilty, ABC, Trump guilty, Fox News, Taco Bell's items rumored to be removed from the menu. Wait, what? You're removing the 7-layer burrito? Wait a minute. All the potato items, the triple layer nacho, I don't really get the triple layer nacho. The beefy Frito burrito, I don't really get that. When I go to Taco Bell's, there's a new thing on there called the Cantina menu. It's okay, but I like the Doritos Locos hard shell tacos. Super tasty. Sometimes I might be in the mood for a chalupa. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a cheesy gordita, but I feel like I haven't found like my favorite thing. I think the best thing on the menu right now is just the quesadilla, okay? And also if you order it online and even offline, you can ask for like extra stuff. I don't know if you guys knew this, but you can get like a quesadilla, like I want chicken, I want steak, and I want you to add more cheese, and I want you to add more sauce, and I want you can just add everything and customize it now. So you're not surprised, but Taco Bell is actually one of the more healthier options if you're trying to look for fast food but still stay within your calorie ranges. It's surprisingly not. Go ahead and look it up online if you don't believe me. Look up healthiest fast food chain restaurants and Taco Bell will jump up near the top. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of new. Sorry, I got distracted. I wonder why. Meanwhile, you have Joe Biden on the other side who's basically saying, you know, Trump, bad man, but he's under a lot of fire too as well because people don't like the way that he's running his presidency, especially with everything that's going on right now with this whole war with Israel and Palestine and what's happening in Rafah and this, what seems to be him kind of being complicit with all of these actions and statements. People don't like how he's basically handling this situation. Also, a lot of people just hate both of them. A lot of the American people was like, why do we have these two old ass men just running for presidency? This sucks, bro. Like, you're a nice, fresh 20-year-old, 24-year-old person looking up and you see these two old dudes, man, who, with diapers, who just, you're like, God dang, this is who's running our country. This sucks for everybody involved. So I'll let you guys know if there's any updates. Let me know how you guys feel about the situation. I'll keep you guys posted. All right, guys, it's video game time. I'm going to tell you guys about the Sony State of Play that happened yesterday. It was 30 minutes. We watched it on stream and you can find my reaction on the second channel, Omni After Dark, link in the description below. But for those of you guys who missed it or who don't care and just want to know like the facts, what was good, what was bad, what should I be excited for, what should I not be excited for, yada yada yada, let me give you the quick TLDR plus other game announcements that you probably missed outside of the Sony State of Play that was released yesterday as well. First 10 minutes is quite literally a movie. It's literally just cutscenes. It's just CGI, a lot of money being spent towards showing people a storyline, and people are just like, just give me the freaking gameplay. Albeit it was good, but only good if you wanted to watch a movie. Imagine, you have a Sony State of Play where you're trying to show people good video games, and then for the first 10 minutes, you show absolutely no gameplay. That's what Concord was, and everybody was like, Sony, what is wrong with you? Are you guys that out of touch, bro? Just show video games. Show us good video games, and then we'll leave you. We'll play the game. We'll be hyped. But instead, it feels like the more that a company tries to sell you on a video game, the longer their trailers are, the longer they just don't show you the gameplay, the worse the actual game is going to be. Anyway, it reads here, when Sony showed off Concord, we didn't know what to expect. Now we do, as Sony and Firewalk showed off a cinematic trailer and in-engine gameplay from the colorful 5v5 competitive hero shooter starring a bunch of alien misfit adventures. Concord is coming to PlayStation 5 and PC on August 23. It's essentially Overwatch 2. Remember Overwatch 2? Purpurich Farm remembers. Overwatch 2 was supposed to be the element of Overwatch where you can play, against mobs, not against people, but against mobs. But now it's in different format and you're using Walmart Guardians of the Galaxy. That's it. That's what this is. It doesn't look terrible, but the fact that they put so much time and energy into showing non-gameplay before showing the gameplay, I have a feeling this is going to be really bad. Nobody that I know was excited to see this crap. Then the second announcement, which should have been the freaking first announcement, was God of War Ragnarok coming to PC. Okay, God of War Ragnarok, absolutely brilliant. Okay, very, very, very amazing game with your boy Kratos. Kratos getting old, man. He's a dad. He's a father. He's tired of fighting. He's tired of the war. He just wants to be a dad and protect his son and all this stuff. But he's got to keep going through with it, and it's going to be available for PC. But there is a catch. As everyone watched this announcement here and was very excited, later on, I think they expressed that you have to have a Sony PlayStation account in order to play God of War Ragnarok on your PC. That's right. They're doing the whole Helldivers 2 situation where you can't play these PlayStation games without having an account. The problem with that being is, number one, a lot of people don't want to sign up for a Sony PlayStation account. If you have a Steam, if you have a computer, I don't want to sign up for PlayStation in order to play this game if it's available for PC. But number two, the Sony PlayStation subscription service is not even available everywhere. In fact, it's banned in like 150 plus countries. You can't play games like Helldivers 2 or God of Ragnarok in so many countries, including Japan. The base of Sony. That's how wild it is. So people are like, what in the freaking world? Anyway, one of the next announcements was Marvel Rivals. It's coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox, and they showed off a bunch of characters that weren't in there before, specifically Venom and Storm. They showed Spider-Man. They showed off a lot of different people as well. It's basically Overwatch. It is Overwatch. Super hardcore Overwatch. I'm pretty sure I saw one of the characters do Reaper's like alt, or basically, but with Marvel, and it actually looks pretty good. I watched people play it. I'm not going to jump into it unless enough people confirm that it's good enough. I'm going to let the game, go for itself. If it has a healthy, steady base of people flooding in to come watch it and they keep making their game better and better, then I'm going to get into it. But for now, I'm thinking of this as kind of like a multiverses when it comes to Warner Brothers making like a Super Smash Brothers type game. Okay, they're trying to emulate something that already existed, but sometimes they don't actually put enough money into actually making it a good game. It's just kind of like a, hey, we're just using our IPs and then copying what something already did. You guys should come and buy it as well. Multiverses, by the way, a lot of you guys have been asking me about that. Looks terrible in my opinion. It looks so bad. It's so slow. It's just slow. It was a year after the game went from beta. It came back out and it looks exactly the same. It doesn't look polished in any kind of way. I see a lot of people complaining about it, but it looks like garbage doo-doo butter. I'm gonna just say, I'm not getting paid that WB money, all right? It's bad. But anyway, Marvel Rivals is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox in case you guys want some more of that with some more characters as well. This isn't a terrible announcement, but it's not really amazing either. Now, this one's a pretty huge W for you guys who like Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 Remake is coming out and we got a release date for PlayStation 5 on October 8th. It's basically some guy who looks like a Walmart Leon from Resident Evil 4, and he's exploring some town for whatever reason, and it's really creepy, and there's a lot of creepy things trying to kill him, and you're trying not to die. I don't really play scary games. I actually hate scary games. Resident Evil 4 was the first like scary game outside of Until Dawn, more on that later, that I thoroughly enjoyed. But yeah, Silent Hill 2 Remake, a lot of people excited for this. Then you got Dynasty Warriors. This one looks hyped to me, bro. Koei Tecmo and Omega Force haven't released a new mainline entry in this historical hack and slash since 2018. That's 6 years. That's about to change with Dynasty Warrior Origins, which is coming to PlayStation 5 in 2025. It's also coming to Windows PC and Xbox Series X. I am a huge fan of Dynasty Warriors, bro. Trying to beat Lu Bu, but you know, like I'm too weak, but still trying to fight him anyway. The hack and slash, it's the OG. It's hard not to like Dynasty Warriors. It's just a solid franchise. It's really fun. They can just keep making it better and better. So yeah, I think this was a W. Another game that I think a lot of people were considering a W is Path of Exile 2, which is coming to PlayStation 5. And apparently it's also going to have a way where you can like play like co-op mode or dual mode. Like if two people are online at the same time, you guys can both progress together in the story at the same time. It seems pretty cool. It looks like Diablo, but not Diablo. And I don't know too much more outside of it. I won't be playing it, but for those of you guys who want to, it says the studio's next iteration of its free-to-play action RPG is coming to PS5 as well as PC. So if it says, wait a minute, the alternative to Diablo 4 is set years after the original Path of Exile. What the heck? Are those actually combined? Are those worlds combined? Another huge announcement, Until Dawn Remastered. One of the best, one of the best horror games of all time. Not because it's scary, but because it's absolutely hilarious. It's one of the games that I recommend that if you don't like scary games, play this with as many people as possible. Get some drinks, get up in there, cut off the lights, and just play, because it's one of those choose your own adventures things, and it's so freaking funny. It's more funny than it is scary. There are some moments where you're terrified, but it's like Goosebumps, right? The books where you had to choose your own adventure. You might choose something wrong and just die at the beginning or whatever. It's like that, but like high school movie. They play into the trope really well. I think Until Dawn is a great horror game. You can get a remastered version of it as well. There's another game here that they released called Where Winds Meet, and it looks absolutely sexy. It kind of looks like Dark Souls, but with like, you know, like with ninjas and samurais and stuff. But I feel like it's one of those games that look sexy, but I'm not sure if the gameplay is going to match how well. I'm always terrified of games that look really good. The more it looks good, I'm like, what are you overcompensating for? I'm terrified. So it looks good, open world action RPG, but I don't know. I'm going to have to wait to see what they talk about this later. There's another announcement for a game called Infinite Nikki, which is coming to PlayStation 5. It's basically like some waifus and you can dress and you can take pictures. It's like Pokemon Snap, but with like waifus, but also you can float around the world kind of like Genshin Impact. It's I don't know. I really don't know. This is coming to PS5. I don't know who this game is going to be for. It looks cute, but I don't really get the appeal of it either. I don't know. I just don't know what this is. If you want to play it, go for it, but I'm kind of confused by its existence. They also announced another game called Ballad of Antara. It's another really pretty looking game, right? Looks like it's a Souls-like game, and I'm concerned again, very gorgeous. It just looks so good. But every time I see a game that looks really good, when you look at these images and these cutscenes, I'm like, but is the gameplay good? It's a Souls-like action game coming to PlayStation 5 in 2025. I think it's one of those things that I just wait, and then when it comes out and people like it, or if it's actually good, then hey, we got a W. But if not, then it's just, you know, eye candy. That's what I'm concerned about. It might just be eye candy. Now, this might be the best announcement. First, Monster Hunter Wilds gameplay. This is what the people wanted. This is how they should have started it. Capcom and Sony gave us a new look at Monster Hunter Wilds, the 2025 open world follow-up to Monster Hunter World, and a new gameplay focused trailer, and it looks so good. It looks so sexy. I am so ready to lose myself in this game. It's immaculate. This is an absolute W. Everyone in the world believes it. This is it. If Sony can somehow give this kind of quality content for the entire state of the play, we'd be good. In fact, if this was the only thing they showed us, everyone would have been freaking happy. Monster Hunter Wilds, I can already see myself losing hundreds of hours to this game and this exploration. Really excited to play this game. This is a W. This is something you definitely want to get in on. And last and surprisingly not least, Astro Bot is coming back in a new PlayStation 5 game. If you guys, it's that parappa. PlayStation 5, when you first play the game, there's a free game that you get called Astro Bot. And Astro Bot shows you kind of basically how to explore your PlayStation 5 and your controller. And it's an interactive game that kind of also plays on the controller and all of the mechanics. It looks so freaking good. Coming out of nowhere. And I was like, what in the world? Why does this look like the new mascot for like Sony for PlayStation 5, like Mario Brothers, but for Sony? I get this kind of feeling, like, especially with this bird right here, that it reminds me of what's that game called? Cuphead. You kind of get a combination of Cuphead, but it looks absolutely brilliant. Like I'm speechless that this game looks so freaking good, but it hits PlayStation 5 on September 6th. I think this is going to be a great game. This was a sleeper that I did not expect coming out, and I would say is one of the W's that happened for the Sony State of Play. And that's about it. That's the Sony State of Play in a nutshell. A lot of people still very disappointed when it comes to these announcements. People want to know, yo, what about new Bloodborne? Hey, where's the new Kingdom Hearts game? There's so many more games that could have come out. Plus, the opener with Concord was so bad that it left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth, man. I think Jeff Keighley, he did a review on Twitter and said, what do you guys rate it between an A, B, C, or D minus or whatever? And basically 40% said this was a D, that it was bad, that it was the state of mid, and people were very uninterested in it. I'll bet there were a couple of good announcements, but the majority of it was pretty weak. Which now leads us to the next gaming event that people are excited to bring their pillows and sleep and rest to. Said, now that the PS State of Play is over, what are your expectations for Summer Game Fest 2024 around the corner? If you guys don't know, Summer Game Fest is kind of like the thing that's unfortunately replaced E3 now that E3 is kind of gone. Rest in peace to E3, hosted by Jeff Keighley. It's Jeff Keighley's baby thing that he does in summer before he does the Game Awards at the end of the winter time. But a lot of people call this show the Summer Snooze Fest because usually it is very boring. What a lot of people express about this show, it's filled with a lot of filler. There's a lot of gap. It's like people talking to you about trying to get you to play their video games and giving you like 20-minute presentations on why you should play one indie game. They'll be like, oh yeah, the team and I, we sat here for 10 years working on this game. They'll be like, yeah, man, here's my cat. Yeah, here's my kitty. You get the life story of all the people who made the game and how much time and energy they put into it. And I'm telling you, like, people lose the plot when it comes to the gaming industry. When it comes to the consumers, for some reason, they are not able to connect and understand what buyers want. People don't want the lore behind a video game. People don't want the lore behind how much time and energy you spend playing it. People just want good games. And if you can give somebody 2 minutes of solid gameplay that makes it look very interesting, you're good. You're clean. We'll buy it. I know this sounds kind of wild, right? But just clickbait us, okay? I don't even care if your game is terrible. Present it in a way where it looks really good. Show some good gameplay, show some fun stuff, show some like, whoa, just show the best of the best that you can do in a very small jam-packed 1 minute, 2 minute trailer. And yeah, you got my money. You might have got me and the game sucks, but you will probably much more likely get my money than sitting here for 10 minutes explaining why I need to play your video game. And then what these people usually end up doing is telling you the entire plot of the game. Hey guys, we came out with a game. It's about this mermaid. You travel under the water. She's trying to find her sisters, and as she goes about there, there's this evil person there. You fight to save the 7 sisters. You you find the prince, and there's a lot of other mysteries in behind. Anyway, long story short, after you find them all, it's a happy ending. They'll tell you the entire freaking story of a freaking game while you are watching the freaking trailer of a game they want you to play. So in terms of my opinion, I have none. Zero zero expectations. I think the only games that I'm really looking forward to playing, which is is the Elden Ring DLC, but I still need to beat the OG Elden Ring. I'll probably set some time aside on stream on Twitch to play Elden Ring, but other than that, I don't think I'm really excited for anything coming out this year. You guys can let me know in this segment. Is there anything that I'm supposed to be expecting? So far, games that have come out are Stellar Blade. We got Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Great RPG. You guys should definitely play that. We got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I didn't really enjoy as much as I wanted to. Great game, definitely up for a game of the year, but didn't really hit. Helldivers 2, but you know, there's a controversy around that. I didn't really get into that one as either. And I think there's like one or other two games that I'm kind of missing that are really relevant that people are saying might be a game of the year. But so far, I don't know. It's been kind of a summer snooze fest for me when it comes to gaming. Oh yeah, we had Pal World earlier this year as well, which I absolutely freaking loved. But that's what's happening in the gaming space, and we will be streaming the Summer Game Fest when it does happen in 11 days from now, so stay posted. Last but not least, we finally have, for the first time in years, new Eminem. Last night, Eminem dropped a new single called Houdini. And there's a music video with it as well that I am going to watch, but I don't think that I can actually put on this channel. I'm probably going to upload it to the Patreon because I will get completely ejectocito cuzzo copyright striked, okay, if I react to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to react to it now, and then I'm going to tell you guys my exact reaction thoughts. And then if you guys want to catch the actual reaction, come over here to Patreon, and I'll probably drop it there, okay? But yes, we got new Eminem. Apparently it's going to be called The Death of Slim Shady, and we have a new track called Houdini. And one of the lines here says, "My transgender cat's Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese." All right, what is he saying? This is gonna be wild. I'm gonna go listen to it right now, and then I'll come back, okay? Mind you guys, before I leave altogether, it has already, it's #1 trending for music. It has almost 5 million views in only 10 hours, 688,000 likes. Oh my lord. Okay, let's watch this bad boy. I'm very freaking curious.
Hey, it's Paul.
This already feels like that this is going to be D12 Eminem. This seems like this is going to be the return of the rap guy. I'm excited for this, but I'm guessing this is Eminem and this is probably Slim Shady right here. No, not Rap Boy, bro, not the Robin. The music video itself is reminding me so much of old school Eminem. There's so many like references that are coming back that if you just don't know, you don't know. But yeah, I need to listen to the lyrics, but I'm having a hard time because the music video is so funny. So, I mean, I think the idea here too, as well as, yes, everybody wants to know what old Slim Shady who said everything about everyone and was getting banned and censored by the FCC and all this, right? If he was right here, right now, the concept is what would he say? I would personally be okay with that. I would personally be like, Eminem, go ahead, bring back Slim Shady and just go absolutely batshit crazy. I give you, go for it, please. Who won? They created a, wait, Eminem plus Slim Shady? Did he say Rockin' R. Kelly, the Black Guy Peas?
Trust me.
Why is he everywhere? In every movie, on every podcast, on every show, on every video, this man does not fail to appear in some kind of capacity. All right, YouTube, I just got finished watching it. I'm here for it. So I think I can stop and talk about the commentary. You'll probably see me make the commentary while the music's not playing, but I want to see it. I want to see him just go, you know, Eminem is so popular. He's so famous. Who cares? At this point, right, he's so successful. If he gets canceled because for saying things that are offensive, does it really matter? Is there going to be any repercussions? It's not like he needs to get back. I just want him to do it. If somebody as unfiltered as old school Slim Shady would talk about the new state of the world, because everybody just wants straight up hardcore, brutal honesty. That's what I think the people want, that raw intensity. It left, you know, there's censorship, there's a lot of things changed, but a lot of people really want to know the most unfiltered, the most rawest form of thought. You know, like, you know, the things that you think about, the first reaction when you see something or you hear something, that thing that your brain immediately pops to, and then you're like, I can't think that. I can't say that. I shouldn't say that. That first thought, even if you don't even agree with it, people want to identify and know that they're not crazy for thinking it. Okay, the most basic law of human function is when you think of something, is someone else thinking the same thing you think before you actually translate it and coming into words. That was what, you know, Eminem was, Slim Shady. He was backwards. He would think something, then he would go backwards and make it worse. It'd be like, God damn, bro. So I'm curious. It looks like he's doing a hybrid of both Eminem and Slim, Rap Boy and freaking Slim Shady are combined. So I don't know. Maybe we will get Slim Shady, or maybe we're going to get a combination of the two as a hybrid for this track. I'm very excited, but I want to see as much Slim Shady as possible. This is great. This is a good pay homage for the fans of Eminem. I can also see a lot of people, a lot of new heads not liking this as well. Like some of the Gen Zers or the people who didn't grow up on Eminem, they'd be like, I don't really know. I don't really care. And I don't really care. But I'm pretty sure this album, this CD is going to break records. I'm pretty excited for it. I think we get the rest of it, I think, in June. Yeah, so this month we're going to get the entire album, and I can't wait to binge this whole thing because I'm going to do it. All right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. You're going to get more videos from me. I did a LayItOmni, I think 2 days ago. You're going to get more LayItOmnis from me. The Chunky Wunkies will still be here as well, but I'm about to focus on, you know, I want to make my videos stronger, more condensed, more better, more faster, more harder, you know, all of that. All right, so I love you guys. You made it to the end, and again, if you have not subscribed, please do so. I'll catch you guys later. I love y'all. All right, brush your teeth and floss, and don't get that gingivitis. Take it easy and stay safe out on them streets, because these streets ain't safe. All right, guys, peace.